I built 3 teams, one with £10 million, one with £100 million, and one with £1 billion, to see if money really wins titles. But there's a twist. Each team must spin a wheel and sign 4 players from one random country from anywhere in the world. It could land on France and help the team, or it could land on India and sabotage the team. I will be putting all 3 teams up against each other in the Premier League to see the difference in the end. Let's find out what happens. First, we're going to do the £10 million team. We don't get a lot to spend, but we have to buy a full starting 11 as the minimum. But let's start off by spinning the wheel of country, and the wheel lands on Poland. So 4 players from Poland. This will be tough, but let's try and build something. So let's buy the 4 Polish players first. We need someone old, because they're cheap. Lukas Fabianski could be a good deal. He's cheap and old, but good. And welcome to the club. Fabianski is our first player signed for a little over $500,000 only. I'm looking at these other options, and nothing else really seems worth it. But I've signed this Salomon guy for a little over $600,000, and also Grosicki for the left midfielder. One more Polish signing left. I wish we could get Lewandowski, but he's too expensive. So instead I've gone with Klich, who's so far our most expensive signing for the team. Okay, so we've used around $3 million, and this is what the team looks like. $7 million left to build the rest. Let's try and do better. I've signed Raul Albiol as our first non-Polish signing. For left back, I've gone with this Casco guy, and at right back, we've got Ashley Young. For the midfield, I've gone with this Ibura guy for $600,000. But I've also signed an old legend, Arturo Vidal, for only $850,000. Who remembers him? And I've even signed Pedro. We're actually splashing the cash. $1.6 million is what he cost us. Striker. It's tough to decide. I think Mbappe might just be a little too expensive, just a tiny bit. So instead, I've gone with Jamie Vardy for all our last bit of money. So this is what a £10 million team looks like. It's really not good, but it is better than I expected. But we still have a $100 million and even a £1 billion team to build. So let's spin the wheel for the £100 million team now. Let's see if they get lucky or unlucky. Oh my god, they get India. I forgot to mention. But we only get a maximum of 18 players to sign, and 4 of them has to be Indian. We have $100 million to spend. We can definitely sign any Indian from the world, but I think I should just sign the 4 best, which are these 4 Indian players. Sunil Chetri might actually be somewhat useful. But anyways, he has been signed for $300,000. Chang Tae for $900,000, Baiki for $400,000, and final Indian signing is this goalkeeper for $250,000. I'm not even gonna put them in the starting 11, because I'm trying to build a £100 million team, not a tech support. I'm joking. Don't get mad at me. I love India. We still have $98 million to spend. We could splash the cash on a single player such as Phil Foden, but then we would have nothing left for the rest of the team. For goalkeeper though, I will go for Jan Sommer. If I'm lucky, I can get him for $8 million. Okay, maybe $9 million. Okay, then $9.5 million. Finally, they accepted. Jan Sommer, welcome to the club. I've also gone ahead and signed Jordi Alba for the left back. Darmian for $8 million. He will be our right back. And for the 2 center backs, I've gone with Acerbi only for $8 million, and Otamendi for £5 million. I think I've done a pretty good job with that defense so far. We still have $64 million left for the midfield and attack. The rest of the bench. Let's up our spending now. Mkhitaryan could be a good signing. If we can get him for around $12 million, we do secure the deal, but for £13 million instead. I've also gone with Daniel Parejo for £12 million, a little expensive, and final midfielder is Sergio Busquets for only £4 million, so we need an attack now. And also the final bench spots, but we only have $35 million left to spend, so we still are not at that Haaland and Mbappe level. But instead, I can get Di Maria as our right winger for £12 million, even Perisic for the left wing only costing $4 million, and our striker will be Iago Aspas for $13 million. And last few signings to the team will be James Milner the GOAT for $1 million, along with Pizza, as well as Vertonghen and Florenzi all for the bench. So that's it for the £100 million team. It already looks much better compared to the £10 million team, but we still have £1 billion team left. How much better can it get? Well, we first have to spin the wheel. Don't do me dirty again. And it's landed on Morocco. That's actually pretty good. Morocco has got a few good players we can sign. And of course, the first signing just had to be Achraf Hakimi. How could I not sign the best Moroccan player? $85 million for him. Bounou will also be joining us. He will be our goalkeeper. And then I've also signed Hamdallah and Ezel Zuli, both for the bench. So far, only spent a little over $100 million. We still got cash to spend. We can actually get some good defenders now. Ruben Dias is only valued at around 60 million, but we get him for almost 80 million pounds. Rudiger would also be good to get. He isn't that expensive. Maybe we can get him for 60 million? No? Okay, maybe 65? And Ancelotti accepts it. Welcome to the club, Antonio Rudiger. And for left back, I've gone with DiMarco from Inter Milan. We have an insanely strong defense, and we still have over $500 million to spend for the midfield and attack. And I'm straight off the bat signing Joshua Kimmich for 90 million. I've also spent 100 million on the free kick king Declan Rice. And then also De Bruyne for only around 60 million pounds to complete the amazing midfield trio. So all that's left is the attack. We could go for Mbappe, but he would probably cost half of our budget. So instead, I'm going to be more responsible and go for Lautaro Martinez. He might have lost the Champions League final with Inter, but hopefully he can win something in this team. I'm also going with Mohamed Salah for the right wing. One of the best right-wingers currently in the world. And you know what? Should I just do it? Should I just go for Vinicius Jr. even though he would cost almost all of our money? I'm not that dumb. Of course I wouldn't do that. Welcome to the club, Vinicius Jr. I never ever doubted on purchasing you. 15 million left. All we need is to complete the bench. So I've now signed Jasper Cillessen as our bench keeper, Axel Witsel and Ismaili as bench defenders, and then Ivan Rakitic, with also João Moutinho as the final two signings. So this is what the £1 billion team looks like. It's incredible. It should be. But we went from 10 million to 100 million to 1 billion. How big is the difference really in performance? The teams look very different side by side. But let's sim a Premier League season and see how each team does. I've now simulated till the end. And none of the three teams got relegated, which is a good start. The £10 million team got 13th. That's actually much better than I expected from that team. United is in 9th. And still no sign from the other two teams. 7th is Chelsea, and there is the £100 million team in 6th. So 100 million gets you 6th place. But where did the £1 billion team finish? Tottenham got 3rd, and the £1 billion team couldn't win the Premier League, but 13th, 6th, and 2nd is the difference. So I guess you can spend £1 billion and still not win the Premier League.